Hi, everybody. I think for the purposes of the VOD, I think I am going to get started. It's been an exciting week. Lots of tournaments happening. I haven't seen anybody run Warriors of the Crystal at any of these events, which is a little disappointing. So today, I'm hoping to see if we can't change that. Let's switch scenes here. So we're on FF decks right now, and I'm going to try and showcase the deck building process once again, just starting from scratch here. You can go to ffdex.com or materiahunter.com and it'll be able to show you any of the cards that you need to build together. Here I'm going to be looking at the Job Warrior of Crystal. Warrior of the Crystal. So this is the main archetype that we saw. In Opus 28 we saw a slew of new ones. Wilk is really interesting to me. When he enters the field, choose a forward the opponent controls, deal 4k damage for each crystal you have. He gains 1k power for each crystal you have until the end of the turn when he attacks. Very nice burst, good removal. Elena is doing plus k power and haste if you use a crystal, otherwise if she's put from field in the break zone you gain a crystal. Luisa is just crystal generation from discarding her. You can also do crystal generation, removing her from the game from the break zone if you play another Warrior of the Crystal. And Richt is playing a backup of 2 or less in your break zone if he enters and you pay a crystal. Otherwise, when he attacks, you can choose 2 backups and activate them. That's pretty good. Yoshikiri, when he enters the field or is blocked, you may pay a crystal. When you do so, your opponent randomly discards a card and he can force a block for 0. This is all really interesting and fun. The main thing... None of these really call out Warrior of the Crystal specifically other than Luis, but Lucio, who is not a Warrior of the Crystal, he is a Warrior of the Kindlelight. He is searching for 2 Job Warrior of the Crystal, each of a different element, and then adding them to your hand. And then you gain 2 crystals every attack phase. And he gains 2k power. I didn't even realize he had that text. Holy hell. You have a special ability, Asset and 1, to choose a forward and remove it from the game. One second here. So yeah, that's all interesting. I like Lucio a lot. Lucio has some very strong and specific synergy with Glaciella Wazette, who is categorized with FFBE specifically. You can pay crystals instead of S when paying for the special abilities of FFBE characters you control. This is going to ask us to do crystal generation. If we do this, she gains a crystal on entry. Lucio is gaining his 2 crystals a turn. We need Lucio to make Warriors of the Crystal work well. Let's see what our targets are. We went over the new stuff, some of the older stuff. Rulgia, I know, has been really strong, being able to give your board +1 in Brave. I like this. I'm going to put things at 3 for now, and then we can cut things out later. Jume, all of the old ones, they can be paid for with colorless and crystals, which is nice. So you can kind of make it a rainbow deck, but you don't really pay anything. Can't be chosen by your opponent's abilities. Doesn't really seem super helpful. If it gave it a blanket to all Warrior of the Crystal, this would be fantastic, but it does not. Setia Deal 4k damage for each warrior of the crystal you control seems okay. Velis is the strongest one of the old people because it's a burst, and he is dulling and freezing a forward whenever he or another warrior of the crystal enters. Ranon is giving something haste when he enters the field, other than himself, which is just kind of pitifully terrible. But he is a 9k with Rolgia on the field, so maybe that's worth considering. Perrin, if a warrior you control is put from the field in the break zone, you gain a crystal. Maybe that's worth considering. Raph is really fun, but I think Lucio, like, you can't really have light and dark in the same deck reliably. Luis for Crystal Gen might be worth considering too. 6 crystal cards is a lot. The 6 light cards is a lot. I don't really like what this looks like right now. Wilk, I think if we're doing a lot of Crystal Gen, I like him a lot, especially as a burst. I'm really interested in Yoshikiri. And I don't know if I really need to pay stuff for haste, but giving +2 isn't terrible either. These guys we have to pay their actual CP cost to play them, so I think we should pick 2 of these elements to play, seriously. I like this Earth a lot. I like this Ice a lot. Richt has a lot of potential too. And there's a lot of other good crystal stuff that came out with this set. I have to make decisions. Let's pivot from Warrior of the Crystal. And let's instead look at things that contain the crystal symbol. And I'm specifically looking for... I'm torn between wind, earth, and water? Ice, not water. The most obvious thing about ice is that you gain access to Seymour, who doesn't have a crystal symbol in him at all, but is just very generically strong. You get access to the remnants of this set, the Azu, the Laws, and the Kadaj. They all have crystal generation and crystal action abilities. I want to stay away from that for right now, because we already have 29 forwards. We're cutting some of these, I think, but I want to figure out what other winds or crystal stuff we can do. Marsh is really good if we're building a lot of backups. 2 or more backups gains 1k haste, he becomes an 8k. If you have 5 or more, he can't be blocked by a forward of 3 or more. This is basically unblockable. Deals damage to an opponent. You may pay a crystal. When you do so, draw 2. That's very strong. Yuffie gains 2 crystals on entry. We need a crystal generator. Marsh is a great payoff for crystals, but he doesn't generate any. Yuffie is generating them and has ways to use them. I like that a lot. So I think I'm leaning towards Richt and Wind. I really want Earth, like a lot. So maybe we're not doing Yoshikiri. Maybe we're just doing Velis with his alt cost. Am I even doing Water? Do I want Glaciella? I mean, that seems really good, right? Being able to just pay a crystal and 1 for Lucio to remove something from the game. That seems strong. Undead Princess is discard and gain crystal. Lady Lilith gain control of a forward for 3 crystals. Again, I need ways to generate them. So maybe let's do gain crystal. And this isn't exclusively gain crystal, it's just the word gain and the crystal symbol in the same text box. Terra. If you control 2 DFF forwards, also gain crystal. Not what I need, unless I want to put a DFF package in here. Ursula enters, gain a crystal, +3. Forwards cannot be chosen by EXs. Maybe that's worth something. What bursts am I worried about? In Modifier, we've got Terra. We've got Ifrit. No, that's not a burst. Are there some burst Bahamut's? I don't think people are running them. Edge is playable from the break zone with a crystal. Astos gains a crystal on entry, and if we get 3, we can dull all the forwards the opponent controls and 9k all the dull forwards. Maybe that's something. It's a burst, gain a crystal. I think that's good. Maybe the 14 stuff in the backup line. All of them that say pay a crystal, draw a card, or gain a crystal, draw a card if you have 3 or less. 4 words. What does this guy say? Since there enters the field, you may pay ice. You may pay 1 crystal. When you do so, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a character, you may play it onto the field. Why haven't we built around this guy yet? At the end of each player's turn, if a forward you control has been put from the field and the brakes on this turn, gain a crystal. That has some potential on Ice Lightning, I think, with Sphene. That second action at least, but the first one, you could play some really big dudes. Vaughn is good. Enters or attacks, gain a crystal. That's a repeatable engine. Otherwise, 2 crystals, 4K the board. I haven't really narrowed it down. I'm finding a bunch of stuff I like in Ice, Earth, and Wind, and it can't be 3 colors. I just can't do that to myself. I want it to be Earth, though. I want it to be Earth and one other thing, because Wilk is just too cool. I like him. Look at him. So, what are we doing here? What about backups? Show me some backups. I'm not sure what I was expecting here. Earth gives us Tato. That lets us color fix more. We don't have Tyro anymore. He was banned. So we don't have color fixing there. We could do Kate Sith. Kate Sith 11 gets us a card back and color fixes at damage 3. We don't really have any like good self-damage or anything of that caliber. I don't think I want lightning in the list at all. Let's just get that out. I'm debating taking out water. I only got 4 cards that I care about. I think it's just too much to do at the same time as this other stuff. I like Astos a lot. I like Ice a lot. We gotta be running Seymour, right? Like, it's just a reality that we're in. We're at 34 forwards, bro. But we're taking out a color. And either we're taking out Earth, Wind, or Ice. I don't know. I don't know. Probably not Ice. Well, Velas can stay in even if we do take out Ice. We just lose Yoshikiri. What about Astos? 34 forwards is too much. 8, 9, 9. I want to stockpile. Let's see what gains us crystals. This gains us a crystal. Maybe I'm just focused on gaining crystals with Lucio. How do I search light? How am I searching for Lucio? Thornton searches for Lucio. We're not in water. Search light. Warrior of Light. Search lightning. Search lightning. You may pay ice. Search for a light forward, add it to your hand. Such a Matarasu fodder. I really don't want, like, to run Materia. Larsa searches a 4 or more. It's also in water. He's FFBE, so Mog gets us there. So maybe that's the reason we build Wind, because that's our consistency tool for Lucio. I kind of really don't want it to be Ice Wind. I don't want to take out Earth, because then why aren't we just playing Remnants? So there we go. There's my 28 forwards. And the Velases can be played for 1 CP and a crystal. That's totally fine. I think 2 Ursula is fine, 2 Luis is fine, 3 of everything else. Maybe that's not even necessary. Maybe 3 Setchia is overkill. Wish she was a burst. Maybe in a situation like this we could add Marsh in. I need some other search for Lucio. We've removed ice. We're now predominantly earth, wind. Other criteria for this. Not a searchable job. I really think it's just Mog, right? Let me... this is MateriaHunter.com if you're not familiar. Let's look for Lucio. There he is. Materia Hunter is great because it tells you everything you could possibly want to know about a card. I like deck building in FF decks a lot more. The search criteria is just more fluent to me. Pod Cloud. If we have a 4-cost Cat 7 dude, that's kind of interesting. Chaos Walker, this stuff doesn't really matter. Or Sylvester, lots of water search. Shinryu, I guess. They can't play multiple light on the field. Oh, Axstar, I didn't think of him. Choose one with an EX in your damage zone. Damage 3, search for FFBE character other than Axstar. This is all interesting. Meath. I'm not really that committed to fire, but there's another Meath. If I discarded a 5-cost thing, I don't really have any other 5-cost things. I could get other 5-cost things. You can also filter this. Let's do that. I only want... Show me that. Fine. Wind or earth, right? We took out ice. Search. Yeah, it's materia. There's a materia backup as well. What is this guy? Search for a forward and edit and that's so expensive. Oh my god. Gabranth. 5 or more. Gabranth. 5 or more. Just him. That's the only target. Not a fan of that. Null could be something. Null could convert swings into searches. Oh, okay. We're just opening a new tab for that. When Null enters the field due to the ability of himself, choose one of the 3, choose a character form or break it, deal a point of damage, or search for a forward. I don't know if I like this. I mean, it's cool. No haste until damage 3, Cat 13. I think it's just this. Is there a way to search for this Moogle? Yes. That seems ridiculous. We're gonna do it anyway. Search for a Moogle. The summon's fine. EX summon is fine. Yeah. Is materia worth it? Wow, I don't know why I thought that would help. Materia. What does this one do? When you play 2 or more light characters, she has to enter first. When materia enters the field, gain a crystal. For 1 in a crystal, reveal the top 4, add a forward. digging tool, otherwise you could gain a crystal. I don't know. Let's look at what other... We need crystal generation backup still. Sorry about that. I want backups. I'm doing, not summons. Holy moly. Backups that gave me crystals. Do I want the ones that just draw me cards, or do I just want I want these ones for sure. Do I want just more 2 costs, or are these just strictly better? The other ones gain a crystal and do nothing, basically. These ones are gain a crystal, draw a card if you have 3 or less backups. I think these are just strictly better because they could be net 1 CP as opposed to always 2 CP. Do I want Rem? I just added her by accident. Put Rem in the break zone, gain a crystal. Remember into the film. Activate it. Interesting. I don't know if I care about that. If we're running Earth, I do like the idea of Shentoto. Probably only need 1 of her, I hope. Is Heck 5 worth considering? He's buffing everybody by 1. He would die to it. Just straight up. And that would make everybody die to it. No bueno. Let's see. Cat 4. Yeah, a lot of these are just going to be just category specific stuff. This one is looking for an ice or lightning forward or card in addition to Earth. 7 cancels an out ability of 5 or less back attack. That stops Tyva's Search, it stops Axstar. Maybe I think it's not good enough. I was super excited about it originally, but I think it's not good enough. I need more Earth. Maybe I don't. 6, 15 Earth, 23 Wind. I'm at 48 cards. I can put in 2 others. How do I feel about Chocobo Summon? Search for 1 Job Chocobo or Job Moogle and add it to your hand. Well, a Summon doesn't have a job, so that's actually not very good for me. Izana searches for either, I think. Izana is not a backup. When Izana enters the field, you search for a job, Chocobo, or a card named Chocobo and add it to your hand. So that gets me FFBE. That could get me Chocolate. That could get me the Chocobo Summon, not this one, but the other Chocobo Summon that returns something to my hand and lets me draw a card. And the only reason I would want to do that is to protect it from removal, because I don't have any protection from removal at all. Do I need 3 Vaughn? We can always change it, right? Let's keep things as is and just look for some summon to put in here. We could put in a one of monster too if we wanted. Chaos Walker. Remove it from the game, get another copy. That doesn't really help us. Unless we like really want to re-trigger an entry effect, I guess. That's expensive. Oh, there's a Hashmal, yeah. Reveal the top 3, add 2 characters with the name job or category among them. That could be... It's net neutral. It's a net neutral dig tool. You discard a card, discard Hashmal. Top 3, get 2 back. You were down 2 cards and now you're up 2 cards. Your hand, the cards, number of cards in your hand don't change. Assuming you hit 2. But FFBE is like everywhere here. FFBE is 22. Ah, that's not even half the deck. That's not enough. You know, there's an Earth backup that lets you discard a card to deal damage. If we're like... I'm thinking we would be bricked on light, but we like are not ever. These can be used if they're in our hand. Maybe there's... Oh, Medine. This is scary. This is really relying on Lucio staying on the field. I don't know if I like that. Maybe if we do more stuff, like we can protect Lucio and we have Lulu to recover summons from the break zone and stuff, maybe there's justification here. Maybe. I think it's not that. I think we are getting like an Alexander or something. Because some of these are breaking like 5 costs or more, and I think that's what we're going to struggle with. Dull 2 win forwards instead of doing it. If a win forward enter, it's just reduced by 4. I think I like this one slightly more because I just have too few unique names. Richt is hitting a 2 or less in the break zone and playing it onto the field. That's not very good because I'm just getting back things that generate a crystal. If it was ice, I'd be able to get back a waff or something. It said waff. Are there other crazy 2-cost back? Fusoya? What the hell is this? Choose a 4, deal at 9k, remove the top 2 from the game. Choose a 4. We're not going to be able to discard this though. Choose a category waff, a 5 or less you control, remove from the gameplay on the field at the end of turn. What's our bursts at? We have 9 EX bursts. I'm taking Medine out. I'm not subscribing to that right now. Princess Sarah. More burst protection. But I don't know. Vanille? Tax summons. 18's a lot. One Vanille. 17 backups is fine. I think that's fine. Search for a 7 forward. If you break him, that gets us of the Yuffie. Exactly the Yuffie, nothing else. I have room for one more card. You tap for water. Kitone is funny. Oh, Roble? Roble Akbel? looking for wrecked targets right now. I'm not very good at this. Chocolate is another potential target. I'm not really interested in the things that Chocolate does, though. It's just putting counters on her and then using those counters to draw cards over time. Choose a summoner ability, choosing a backup you control. Oh my god. This taps for Earth CP. I don't feel like that's necessary. I don't need another backup. I'd rather have the Crystal Gen backups. What are we doing here? I'm searching for a Roble. And then I'm going to test this. There are 2 of this guy now. I'm doing the Opus 15 one. We're at 50 cards. This Roble Akbel wants you to have crystals. When he enters the field, pay a crystal, choose a forward, break it, or monster. Wow. At the beginning of main 1, choose a backup and you break zone, add it to your hand. You generally want to do this with backups that have S abilities. We don't have any. That's fine, I think. Is Kus Sith worth considering here? I think that's pretty smart. I don't know what I'd take out. Maybe we can determine that later, after our first game or 2. This is Opus 28. This is Warrior of the Crystal, and this is Wind, Earth. There's probably justification for a tricolor deck, but I feel like I don't need to have that volatility in the ecosystem right now. We're going to hit submit, and I'm going to go and play it. Let's see what it does. We're going to go to my decks, the one I just made. Didn't add it to a folder. Silly Billy. And then let's do matchup testing. We're going to first go up against Mono Fire Warriors. We start with a Lucio in our hand, so FFBE is no longer necessary. We can just pay for the Dragoon, and that's fine. I think we keep this. This person is playing Warriors. Moody searches for a summon. I don't know how necessary that is. I don't think I keep this. I'd rather have a Tyvis or some other backup that does something more interesting. Elwyn's great. Amat's great. Let's say we're going first here. Another FFBE. There's a justification to keeping that for a second Lucio. Hey Bushido 72. We're gonna play this guy. I don't know if I want... Maybe we don't need the Alexander right away. We're gonna draw a card and gain a crystal. Draw a card. Another one. Let's play a little bit more on curve. Okay. Fire's got some good stuff here. Tyvis off the top. I don't like discarding 2 Amaterasus. I think I'm playing Elwyn. I don't think I need Wook right now. I don't think you dump 6 for Tyvis right away, right? Let's see what other fire stuff we can get here. Maybe this is too early. Maybe I shouldn't be playing Elwyn right away if there's a Tyvis in my hand. Having Axstar in hand, I'm seeing Wind. Right? And Fina needs 3 cards, 3 backups on the field to cancel something. Maybe I want an Axstar just in my hand right away to play off of Tyvis. I think that's a good idea. Not 100% sure. I think that's a good idea. 5 in hand. I want to play more, but I shouldn't play more. So I'm going to swap. Okay. Let's see. I would like to play Lucio Search for 2, but maybe playing more backups is the reasonable choice. We're going to pay 3. Vaughn comes back. We're going to gain another crystal and draw another card. I'd like an Earth backup. That is technically what I asked for. I don't have an LB deck. My bad. Let's see. 5 cards in hand. I think this is way too slow. That's fine. We're going to keep going. I'm seeing some slow play. I'm going to play Tyvis. I'm going to search for a Mog and play it. I never closed this. Top of deck as is. We're going to view the deck. We're going to get a Mog 6 and play it. We're going to shuffle and then draw, and that got us a ward. Okay. I still want to play Human on curve into another backup into Culinarian for free. So we keep going here. Wilk is going to be able to nuke somebody. I'd like to gain 1 more crystal. So maybe this is when we Lucio. Am I willing to pay 6 for Lucio? Am I willing to just pay 4 for Wilk? Maybe that's worth considering. Because I'd like to hit the Tyvis right now. Tato and Rulgia for Wilk after playing the Scholar. This is another crystal. Yeah, keep the Velis in hand. Play the Wilk. Enters the field, choose 1 for the opponent controls, deal a 4k damage for each crystal you have. So it's not spending them, it's just dealing 12k to Tyvis. And then when he attacks, he's going to gain 3k because I have 3 crystals. So that's good. He goes here. Unless I Ama that, and I probably should. I really lose out on backups, and I think I really want the backups. And I can just kill him with Ward. Like, that's fine. I have no way of playing the Axstar anymore, though. So that's uncomfortable. I think I stay as is. That says draw a card. If you control 4 more fire backups, 7k something. So that could just kill him too. I don't even need to play the ward. Seeing Warrior of the Crystal makes me want to keep Mog up so that I can sack it against the Lucio. Let's see. If I do 1, 2, and then Elwyn for this, I draw a card. Let's pitch Ward. I draw a card. Zonde? I mean, that answers a lot of questions too. Do I just like really go big on the backups? Play the Mont Blanc for 2. Pitch Zonde and Axstar for human. Draw a card, 7k, Wilk, and then free Culinarian. Empty hand, 5 backups, Mog 6 on the board. That seems irresponsible. But I want to. What's in here? Stuff I don't want to use yet. I mean, I could just play Zand, but then I don't have backups. But then I'm applying pressure. Let's see it. Mont Blanc, 5k. Pitch these 2 for human, draw a card, 7k the Wilk, and then free Culinarian. We have Terra to get back Amma if we need it. Goodbye. Dare I swing? Dare I swing into WotC? Do I have any fear about wind or earth bursts? Probably not. I'm gonna swing. Roble Akbel. Okay. This Mog is really annoying. Do I have... So, a good LB card in this situation would be Vajrahanda Wu. Costs 5. Earth, Wind. Choose a forward, deal it damage. Yeah, I'm kind of stupid for not putting that together first. I'm just going to put this up here. This is Vajrahanda Wu. Pitch, Rugia, and the Mog for that. They deal damage to each other. Vajrahanda's an 8k, I think. Mog's just going to crack and say you can't search this turn. And that sucks actually a lot, and I shouldn't have discarded that way. So let's keep Mog in hand and just tap these two. And then we can Lucio next turn. Okay. Yeah, we're just simply the best. If you have 7 characters, increase the damage by 2, deals 7 on entry, becomes 9 on entry. Vajrahanda's an 8, I believe. 5 money for Tyvis. Declare search. Do I respond? I have nothing to respond with. I search. View the deck. We're getting a warrior. I think Axstar makes sense again. Not going to discard it this time. I'm actually pretty sure that's my only valid target other than WotC. WotC Lamont. Just want to double check. Ward. Ward is my other target. And another Tyvis, I guess. We're going to play the WotC and kill this thing. Okay. Do I need to do anything else? Need is a strong word. We're going to pass. Okay. This deals with some things. This also deals with some things. If I have another one, which I don't. Dulling and freezing WotC is enough. I need to deal damage to Tyvis. If I play Lucio, there's another Wilk, right? That's an option. I don't have any Earth CP though, and I can't search for another Earth thing. They need to be different elements. So I need to search for exactly Setia, but I need multiple Warriors of the Crystal out. Here's one of them. This is not able to enter the field. He does not count, so I need to find some other thing to play alongside Velas. Velas is also only freezing a forward, so we're only freezing WotC Lamont off of all of this, which is really unfortunate. Could it be Mog into Earth, Lucio into Wilk, into something else? They only have 2 cards in hand. I'm not afraid of Amma. I think that might be more efficient. 1, 2, 3 for Mog. View the deck. Get an FFBE. I have Ruliga, Wilk. Is that one of each? No, two of each. Here's Wilk. We're gonna do... Oh, this sucks. Let's just discard this right away, unclog my hand, we'll gain a crystal. Yeah, I guess we're doing 5 for Lucio. Search for 2. And I'll have just enough to cast Wilk, which maybe isn't enough? Question mark. Get Rulaga and another color in my hand. Maybe Setia is worthwhile, just for future-proofing myself, or maybe a Velis. I don't have a means of drawing a card. Do any of these things get me value? Richt does. Richt gets me value. Richt attacks, activate 2 backups, pay a crystal, play a 2 cost. I don't have any good... I don't have any 2 cost backups in the break zone. Not that I could Richt into Wilk, but I could technically get another Luis, I guess. That's an option. I never considered that. I think Setia's risky, because if I add her and Wilk dies, Setia doesn't do anything. And you have 5 backups. You can definitely kill Wilk. So I'll want something that does something when I have no board, and that's probably Velis to stop you from swinging an Axstar or something. Because I did see you search for one, and it's not in the discard yet. I think that makes a lot of sense. Let's go and shuffle the deck. I will pitch this, tap this, paying 3 for Rugula, and it will probably be dead. It will almost certainly be dead, because Wook is going to swing. Me and my math. Well, that sucks. You're probably killing Lucio, right? Well, you're not. You would have to play another character, which is almost entirely feasible for you. Free money or kill. I think I hit the Tyvis still. I think I'm not doing enough. I think that's the outcome of this, is that I can't do enough. I do gain 2 crystals when I go to my attack phase, though, so look at that. Up to 6 of those little suckers. Is Bart's worth considering here? Maybe I don't have enough things that use them. I haven't used any of them, though, yet. I've just been referencing them. Yeah, that's it. Zonde's enough. I could also Mont Leonis, I guess. Play... Oh, God. Tyvis Ward, right? Probably with Zand in hand. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep 1 up. None of them have tap abilities. They get haste. Mont Leonis. When he enters the field, choose a fire forward of 3 or less and a fire forward of 5 or less in the break zone. If you have 5 or more backups, play them on the field. They gain haste. Then put 1 backup you control in the break zone. Goodbye, Culinarian. That technically happens after you play these. I'm doing this slightly out of order. Okay. I could take this a step further and play the Axstar off of Tyvis, but I kind of don't need to. Tyvis entry, we're going to search. Ward entry, we're going to 7k the Wilk. Wilk is dead. We're going to search for a warrior. And it's probably just going to be another Wook. or a Ward, or a WotC, or a Tyvis. I still like the idea of playing Zonde, but I kind of don't need to. I would have to discard Axstar and WotC for that, and I'd prefer to just keep that alive. I have to remove 3 LB cards from this. I don't need this anymore. I don't need this. And I don't know how this deck plays Kuja. Oh, with Axstar. Duh. I don't think that's necessary. We're going to go to combat. We're going to swing with WotC and deal 9k damage to Lucio because I control 7 or more fire characters. He is gone. I take a point of damage. That's a monk. Montleonis is giving these 2 haste. We're going to swing with Tyvis next. And then we're going to swing with Ward. Very good. Very, very good. Morale has been crushed. So now what? Richt can play Vanille from the break zone, I guess. We can freeze some of these things down. We can freeze down the WotC. Maybe having an LB deck would tell me a little bit more. Let's spend a crystal and get this thing out. We can... Didn't do this last time. We can remove Luis from the game when he enters and auto triggers to gain another crystal, so that refunds the entry cost of him. That's kind of cute. We're going to Dull Freeze the WotC. Freeze there. I'm going to pitch Vanille and tap these 2, I guess, for Richt. Pay a crystal, play a 2-cost onto the field, a 2-cost backup specifically. And that's it. The Axstar is not even necessary, man. Oh, we freeze another dude. Let's freeze the Ward. Right? Well, you're an 8k? Versus a 9k. I'd rather this die than... I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so they're still both dull. The turn starts. This kills Velis and draws me a card, I guess. Bup. Goodbye, Velis. Humans nuts. How many cards are in your break zone? 14? Easy breezy, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But why spend 7 when you could spend 5? At this point, I don't want to cast Axstar. Zonde, we are going to choose Warrior of the Crystal. They lose their abilities. We're going to go to combat. When Zand enters the field, name 1 job. All of them lose their abilities till the end of the turn. Sort of attack phase. Choose a forward the opponent controls, deal at 9k damage, draw 1 discard. And then if it's a Zand, do it again. We're going to choose to 9k the Richt. We have no response. We draw a card and discard a card. I'm good with discarding a Ward. We're going to swing with Tyvis and Montleonis in that order. Tyvis, damage. I get to search, I guess. View the deck. Search for Mog FFBE, I guess. And then Montleonis. Another one. Wow. I didn't shuffle, but I don't recall looking at anything. I don't know. That's not how this works. I don't even have any targets. Hit shuffle again there. So, what did we learn here? I learned that it's too fragile. It's very slow to set up, even with a Mogfa being opening, and we even had Lucio in the opening. The board presence we're putting out right away isn't hyper impressive compared to what other decks, or at least Mono Fire, is doing. Let's try again with an LB deck. That might be helpful. I need to leave this, go into, oh boy. Mono Fire Warrior is proving its S tier this year. Very much so. Mono Fire, Mono Earth, Mono Ice. It's an archetype game, right? We're playing element decks in the archetype game. Let's go to edit here. We'll do limit break in these colors. Tato Mott makes sense. Am I desperate enough for a high wind? Zidane, maybe. There's a lot of multi-element in the ecosystem. Emperor seems good. UV Sonon, huh? No. I'm getting sidetracked. Let's exclude unselected. I technically have access to ice and fire, but it's unreliable. If there's something broken enough to put in, or meta-relevant enough to put in, maybe. Gonna be playing Mono Earth at the LQ this weekend. Yeah, it's gonna be spooky. I'm actually gonna be playing that next tier against this, so I don't know. I've been fighting Mono Earth in the form of retainers lately. Vajra Honda, that's what we talked about earlier. I really don't want to put in a high wind. We're running 17 backups. 2 Vajra Hondas? No, we have 2 LB2s, 3 LB2s, 1 LB1, and another LB1. This is just doing damage per wind character, and I don't... Oh, wind character, though? 1k. No, that's not enough. Not for a split color deck like this, at least. Cloud or Zac. We have neither of them. Gilgamesh. It's silly. I want to see it. It doesn't make it in the final cut, I think, but maybe a Lucio to just get the Earth backup that we need if we have one of the other dudes out already. Or vice versa. If we have a wind forward out, we need the wind ones. We can do that. This makes sense. It could probably be optimized. You could probably put in an ice thing justifiably. Alright, let's go back to play a deck. We'll do matchup testing. Mono Earth versus the deck we just did. Wizards of the Coast. I spelled the abbreviation wrong. That's kind of funny. Let's see. This is Mono Earth's opening. I know they like backups too, right? But this is not it. But these are going to go to the bottom, and that's going to be rough. I don't want to play 2 Leatherworkers into a Peru, right? That's not good. What does this one say? 7 is a good opening card, I think. Scholar, Monk. Yeah, this is good. No search for Lucio. Do I want a hard mulligan for that? I don't think I do. Maybe I do. Have you played any LQs yet this year? Yes. There was the one in Minnesota, in Roseville. The Source Comics and Games. I went there. And then I went to Kansas this year for their Materia Cup. So, hoping to go to another one in August. Yeah, it was really, really exciting. I saw Sam Prime was playing this ridiculous Kane list. I played him in round 2, and I really want to explore that some more. So, good times. I think I'm just going to try and keep this and see what happens. For Earth, I don't think I keep this. I think I mulligan. Oh boy. Okay. Let's say Earth goes first. Epitaph isn't great for an opening. FCC forward. How'd I do in Kansas? Not as well. I placed in the 30s for the main tournament, and then I placed in top 4 for their standard the next day. So that was cool. Very fun to play the Kane deck. Glad I made it on stream. Yeah, I'm glad I made it on stream too. That that is a ridiculous deck. I'm calling it the Kane train. I don't know what other people are calling it, but I'm calling it the Kane train. We're getting Leo to our hand because I think that's our only legal target here for Epitaph. That's it, right? Limit break, is there dig tools in here? No. We keep this hand and we start a goon. Didn't really have a reason to do that. No other Earth. This is becoming a recurring issue. Maybe I don't want... I'm seeing Earth stuff, right? Do I even keep 7 in my hand? All of these things are crazy expensive. They're not... I'm not going to hit the threshold. This could be helpful to cancel the activate backup draw from 4-wool, but we're not there yet. I don't think I keep this. So I just gain a crystal. Once again, we're going glacial here. Oh, that's bad. This is fairly unrepresentative, I think. Lucio. Don't need 2 of this, I think. Choose Earth, I guess. View the deck. Let's get an Earth standard unit. Miner, welcome to the team. We'll shuffle the deck, go back to our hand. We're going to play Miner, discarding. I don't want to get rid of a second Mont. I don't know if I need the Titan. I don't know if I need the Titan. I don't want to get rid of a second Ignis. Prish to break zone I think is okay, but why would I need a Kusith right now? Did I pay for Luso? What am I doing here? How did I do this? I pitched 2 for Epitaph. These are the 2 that I'm discarding for Luso, and then now this is in my hand. Okay, great. Now I need to pay 4 for that, or I pass. I would really prefer to play it. I can't do it. I have to stay. I just, every fiber of my being is telling me to keep. Okay, so we finally got Earth. I'm interested in keeping this for now. So let's play this out. We'll gain another crystal and draw a card. Scholar's pretty good. Do I care about this draw effect? Probably not. I think this is fine. Or, hear me out, babe. We pay 4 for Richt. Okay, we pay 4 for Richt. Play this with the crystal and then get the crystal back. Net 0. Same cost, 2 things instead of 1 things. That's good, right? Value. I get to swing and activate 2 later. Maybe Elena is worth it with Richt to make there a value engine here. But the other lightning options suck. So, maybe not. I don't think I want to do anything else. I could play you. I don't need to, though. so I won't. Good night. Let's play Miner. What am I discarding for this Miner? I don't want to get rid of a 4-wall, but I don't have the means to play it right now. I don't have the means to play this. I do have the means to play this Una. I have a 4-wall in my hand. Do I want to return these things to your hand? I mean, they're not really that catastrophic to me. You don't have any other targets for Richten Breakzone right now. Monk doesn't really matter to me if you... It's a net 1 CP gain another crystal. I don't know what this is doing. How am I playing this Miner? I think I could just not return something too, I guess. Let's get rid of Prish. Reveal the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Claris or Kolka. I've already got Epitaph. Claris searches for Kolka. Do I want to play both of those or either of those right now? I do want to get to 4 backups like tonight. Those will move all to bottom. I think I'm gonna play the Claris. I think I'm pitching these two. I could pitch a 4-wall and get it back with the Kolka. Maybe I just don't need a Montleonis right now. Maybe that's not the priority. It's the second Montleonis I've seen. That really sucks. Ignis being so efficient is just good, though. Brett Highwind, if you have criticism of my gameplay here, I would greatly appreciate it, to be honest. I don't know if I play this right now. I can't. I'd have to... Well, I could. And then do it next turn. I think that's something I'm interested in doing. Maybe I'm bum rushing this too much. Okay, then we'll shuffle. I don't need to see the break zone anymore. So next turn, you're in for hurt. See you tomorrow. No standard units entered. Or did it? No, I just played Miner. So Luso is a 9K. Interesting. Yeah, sure. What else is he going to be? Okay. Let's take a point of damage. Let's see. Don't really have things that I need to vaporize right now. Maybe a value engine threat is good for me. Hitting stuff from your break zone sounds productive. Hitting a Prish out seems good. Hitting a 4-wall out seems irrelevant considering you just searched for one. How do I stop this from happening? This breaks the 4-wall. This, I need another crystal to do, but this gives me 2 of them. So maybe it's 4. You can kill stuff too, but I kind of don't need you right now. 2 and a crystal. As opposed to 3 CP and 1 and a crystal. I think this is sufficient. Gain 2 more. And we will hit the Prish. And I don't know, the Une, I guess. Okay, so I've got my 2 crystals. Now what do I want to do? Oh, I can activate these. That's kind of nuts. Alright, let's go to combat and swing here and activate 2. We will take a point of damage. Do I want to give Yuffie haste and swing again? Sure. It's not like I'm going to be able to block 4-wool, right? I guess I could double 8k the 4-wool if I keep 4 up, but I'd rather be able to use it with this stuff. I could play as Zidane. It's kind of fun. I want to keep all of this. Do I have any 3 CP stuff? The Emperor. It's kind of too late for that. If I had another backup, this would be better. But I think we're good to just stay here. Okay. Do I need 2 Leos? Maybe I don't need 2 Leos. Reduce by 1 for each backup you control. Currently costs 2. Choose a character to break when added to your hand. Maybe I just want to keep that. I can get another Leo back if I need it. Here's a Leo. Here's... Leo makes your backups rainbow. You can now cast 4-wool with your backups. Because he was cast, you activate 4 backups and draw a card. I now have a Kusith and a Pururu. Pururu costs 2, and I can get a character back. Mont seems compelling. Ignis would cost 1. I don't know what I would even get. I have my favorite characters here. What is Mont playing, actually? For each Earth character you control, so 4, 5, 6, costs 5 currently. If I play a Pururu, he will cost 4, and he will be castable. Choose an Earth forward of 6 less, like stone played on the field. That's probably exclusively playing Ignis. Keep confusing them. Angus is searching for a forward, but again, I don't know who I would really want to search for, other than maybe Emmett Squelch or a Prish, the 6 CP Prish, that I have none in my break zone, actually. Interesting. I'm going to swing with Warrior of Light. He's got Haste and Brave and First Strike. Okay, that sucks. We're going to swing with Luso. Okay, that sucks. I am going to play a Pururu. I am going to get back probably Mont, just as a precaution. And we'll just stay. We don't need to board out stupid hard right now. Okay, Yuffie, Roble, Wilk. Yuffie's already on the field. I've got a Lilty finally. Kill the Warrior of Light or Delve Freeze the Warrior of Light? Let's do minus 12, or not minus 12, but 12k damage to Warrior of Light. Okay. I did see you just grabbed a Mont Leonis, so maybe that's incentive for me to not do that, but then you just find and play something else. Maybe... What are you? +1 for each other character. So he's currently a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7k. Interesting. Let's go to combat. Swing, Richt, activate 2. That does feel good. I like that. I don't block that. I don't have a response. Here's an Angus. I search for any Earth forward I want. That's kind of nuts. 5 or more earth backups. Yeah. Yeah. Cease this folly. Okay. We'll swing Yuffie then. I'm debating doing a 8k here at the end. Let's take damage again. That's another push. Yeah, you're gonna play it from the break zone, but I'd really prefer you to not draw one or search for one or anything. Yeah, so let's do -2 for Yuffie to 8k. The Luso. And then do I want to play this Lilty? I think I do. And then I keep the rest for later. Am I interested in anything here? I don't think so. I think I'd rather keep Roble than play the Gilgamesh or something. Here's another Genova. I mean, why not? Right? We could Mont and do other stuff, or we could Genova and make you really sad. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Costs 5 currently right now. I could buff Yuffie, but I'd rather just play the other one in my hand. So, okay, that's good. Now what? Do I do anything else? I swing with Luso. Tato over there. I think I don't need to do anything else. Luso's putting in work. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 and a crystal for Velis. Delve freeze the synthesis. From there, I could play a Vanille, Yuffie. My main scare target isn't on the field yet, so Roble's not coming out. Yeah, maybe it's just Yuffie. We're gonna gain another 2 crystals and hit something from here. 2 cards from here. The 2 Warriors of Light would be great. Thank you. Okay. And if Yuffie is here, do I need to worry about haste or anything? Do I have more means of gaining crystals? I haven't even seen Lucio yet. This is barely... I mean, we're 4-4, right? That's a good sign. I think I swing... Oh god. This is too aggressive for what this is trying to do. We get a card back from the break zone. It's tough, actually. Probably Leo. I'm thinking Leo, up my character count for Earth to make Mont Leonis cheaper. Mont play Angus. Angus search 4-wool, play 4-wool. Have a happy time. Hello, Frank3115. So that's the damage from Kuseth, that's the damage from Yuffie swinging. I don't think Warriors of the Crystal does anything else. No, we don't. So we're staying there. What do we got? What do we got? Do I have the money for Leo? One for Leo. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4 CP. Yeah, that's totally doable. 4 CP for Monty Boy. Get Angus, sorry. We're gonna view the deck, search for 4 wool, add them to our hand. We're gonna shuffle the deck, and then we're gonna tap these 4 little bastards. Play them, activate everybody, draw a card. So it was close, and then it's not, right? Now what? Do I even use any of this? Maybe I play an LB card. Maybe I play Mott. These 3 just came out this turn, so Luso and Warrior Blight are the only eligible attackers. I wonder why I didn't put her in the RFG state yet. I don't have Fire CP. I don't have Ice CP. I don't have Water CP. I could have had Water CP. I don't need to play anything. But boy do I want to. None of these are unique names that aren't already on the field. I'm just playing Not. LB1, Ciatato. Let's see. What is going on? We're going to swing Warrior of Light. Luso shouldn't attack because it's blockable. Take damage. That's a Vaughn. Alright. I'm pretty sure they took a 1 of Tato damage. Yeah, that sucks for them. I don't think we do anything else. Okay. Content. That's not good, because I need to... Oh, it's just 1 crystal each. Okay, yeah, I can do this. 2... Can't pay for this, though, and I'd really like to, but this gives me more board presence, more blockers. 4 for Roble. We're going to pay a crystal to break 4 wool. See you later. We are going to pay 2 and a crystal to place Setia onto the field. She deals a forward deal at 4k for each ward of the crystal you control. I currently control 2, so that'll be 8. Oh, something told me that was going to be more than that. That doesn't really do anything worthwhile. I don't want you to play another Mont. I think it's just going to be Mott. Criminally underwhelming card. What's Leo sitting at right now? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? He's at 9k. It's kind of nice. Good for them. Is there any justification for pitching Setia, Velas, and Alexander for a 6 cost or less something or other? Maybe an 8k first strike has some value? No, it doesn't. Everyone's 9 or higher. Yeah, so I can't really even block any of this stuff efficiently. Yeah. I mean, this isn't even... No, yeah. I don't think I had a... I guess I didn't have the means to Tato, right? I had Roble and 2 Earth backups and no other sources of Earth. Because I just had Velas in hand, I think. Yeah. Otherwise, that would have been good. So... what did we learn? Pretty sure the game is over. I'm like totally content just paying 6 for Prish to hit the Robo. You're not in here. You're in remove from game. I don't need to grab back any of these forwards. Limit break. Play Noctis for effectively no reason. Get the character count up. Swing Genova. Oh. No, yeah, you play Noctis, get back 4 wall, and play him. Right? It doesn't matter. I think this is still lethal. Yeah, it is. Swing Genova. Ooh, baby. I will not trigger. It just gives us a backup, and that doesn't matter. Swing as a 10k. I must block. Swing as not a 10k. Swing as a 9k. I must block. Swing 7, I must block. Swing Luso for GG's. Alright, so what did we learn? I learned that Earth is nuts at boarding out, getting cleared, and then reboarding out immediately. We were able to have a closer back and forth, but they kind of struggled on the backup line early, as did we. The Richt value generation is good, but it doesn't carry you. You know, in the same way that Seymour carries ice. Let's take a look at the deck. And see if we want to change anything before one last match tonight. This isn't the only way you can build Warriors of the Crystal. Let me edit that. I don't know what type of medication I'm taking, but yeah, you could definitely play different elements, right? Maybe Earth isn't the way. I really like the Wilk. I like the crystal stuff with Robo. I don't have any good payoffs for Robo other than just getting a card back every turn, and that's probably not good enough. I haven't seen this Earth slow a single time. That last game we didn't play Lucio a single time. We didn't see a single light card. We were halfway through the deck. We didn't see a single light card. Or the Searcher. As far as I remember, I don't remember seeing the Searcher for either of them. I don't know if that changes anything, though. I think if you're going to go Lucio, maybe you want the water just for Glaciella being able to do those pings with him. That maybe is oppressive enough. You need protection, though. And there's so much removal on entry right now. And I don't know what you have to protect with that. If you're in wind, if you want to do water wind, you could do Chocobo, the Chocobo summon that bounces a card back to your hand. Outside of that, ooh, someone's walking outside my house. Sorry, our dog is freaking out. I don't know what you could do other than this. Ice is cool with Yoshikiri a lot. I like that still. I feel like we just need a way to search for this. Let's not mess with it right now. I want to try one more time with... what was the other deck I wanted to go up against? Oh, it was 7 wool warriors. Yeah, this will be quick. I feel like we're not resilient enough. We don't have the ways of just a mass boarding out. Yeah, so let's see. I have 7 wool crystals. It was probably the this one. I want to play this. This is what won at Kansas. This is a 7 wool list featuring warriors in it. So it's going to have some similar lines to the mono fire list that we saw earlier. And then our other deck is this one. Okay. Let's say 7 wool's going first. They don't keep a hand like, oh, Aria 3? Maybe. I'm used to playing a crystal variant of this, so the lines are going to be a little foreign to me, and this Onion Knight confuses the ever-loving hell out of me. Let's see. Is that worth? Yeah, I think that's fine. We can just open this. That's cool. We're going to keep this hand. We're going to swap here. We're going to see what we like. A Searcher. We've got some Earth CP. I think that's fine. Let's keep the hand, swap. Let's go and take our first turn as 7 wool. We're going to play this, discarding Yuzuki, an undead princess, to search for a Warrior of Light forward, and that will be 7 wool every time. Well, unless you already have him. Okay. I like Richt being able to play this from the break zone later, so we're going to pitch this and a duplicate for this and get Lucio. Maybe blindly getting Lucio isn't smart when you saw that they picked 7 wool. I don't know what you do at all, actually, to be honest with you. Let's discard this and gain a crystal. Oh, good. Very good. Let's play this. Pitching. We want to keep ice. I'm good at pitching these. Oh, maybe I play Mog. I want to keep ice in hand so that I can play something off of Axstar if he's here. We're going to reveal the top 5. Zeromus is good. Alphino is good. This is good. I think the same thing that people would do would pick Zeromus Alphino. I really like the backups, though. I don't think there's any crystal payoffs. Excuse me. I don't think there's any crystal payoffs in the list. So, I think it is just these two. I really like getting backups in 7 wool, though. But I'm also just wrong sometimes. Bottom of deck as is, and then we search. And then we're freezing the Mog. What are we searching for? What's in our discard pile? Probably Tyvis. We probably search for Tyvis. Do I have fire? I technically do. I'd prefer it to be something else. But getting a Tyvis... Can't play the Tyvis. Maybe it's Mog. Stop you from searching with the Lucio? Maybe that's annoying enough. I think I have only 1 Mog in the deck. So maybe I don't do that. So maybe it's just Tyvis for later. Searching for a character. I could get a backup as well. Moody gets a summon. That's either Bahamut, which you can pay a crystal. Oh, that's the crystal payoff. That's the reason we have those. Make it a 2-cost 9k. That's good. I like that. I still think I made the right choice here. I think we're good to just pass. This is frozen, and then we start our turn. Oh boy. That's not good. We're gonna do 1, 2. Oh boy, this sucks. If the Warriors of the Crystal could like enable his S ability in any way, I feel like it would be a lot better. I don't know. Do I just pass? This sucks. I don't want to play this and then just lose it. You have 3 cards in your hand. I need to make sure you don't get more Warriors of Light. I need another crystal. I have no means of generating a crystal right now. Ritz is Ice Wind, and that's an LB card that could do that for me, I guess. My forwards are going to be dulled by Zeromus at the end of my turn, so playing a first striker doesn't matter at all. Emperor's too late. Zidane's too inconsistent. I could search for a wind backup with Luso, I guess. I paid 6 for it. That's ridiculous. Could be Tato. Could just be... One, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hit everybody. That's so expensive. And then I get 2 back from Lucio and I play him next turn. I don't know. I don't know what else you do. Do you delay this? Get over there. Like, do you want to wait a turn to do this? Two, 4, 6, 8, 10 CP to break all forwards. And you have a freaking Tyvis in your hand, bro. It's not even fair. You've got Ice Lightning. You've got 7 Wool in there. This is incredibly dangerous. So now what? Tyvis? Tyvis time. Here's 5 for Tyvis. Search and play. Revealed, huh? Reveal next. Glitches out every once in a while when you're opening too many zones and not closing things down when you swap. Search for a warrior. Axstar is an option on a technicality that lets me play this and make you discard the Lucio. That seems just fucking rude. White Tiger is not a warrior. Did you know that? I think it's just Axstar. What are my other targets? Furion, I think. That's my only target. Axstar and Furion right now. There's a Mog in there and a Yuzuki in the break zone. They're one-ofs. Yeah, we'll play this. Play this. They'll freeze my own Tyvis. We'll 6k this. We'll gain a crystal and you discard a card. We're just doing it for the discard. But if we can start playing like Leo next turn with the other card that we draw, then we can start 9k'ing things with Axstar on swing. So there's potential there too. Okay. We have Tato and a Dream. Oh, there's another Tato. Swing 9, I guess. Since you're gonna likely kill me. Oh, this is my Bahamut that I was gonna dig for. Cool. Need lightning. Or I just cast that. I don't know the ratio of ice in this. Pitching Warrior of Light and tapping this for Leo is cursed and horrible. Well, I don't want to get rid of either of these. I get to draw a card off of Scholar. I have crystals up here. I'll just put them on the backup. That actually is going to stay around. We're going to draw 1 card. Boom. Look at that. Never punished. We don't get to kill the Tato, but I don't care. Here's 2 swings, starting with Axstar. Very nice. Okay. Now what? What do we do? If I gain enough crystals, Vaughn could board wipe. Tato's the next reasonable option. Having a Chocolate as a 1-of might help make this feel less terrible when I draw it after this dude's on the field already. I have no other reason to use this backup this turn. So let's deck thin, right? Okay, and then pitch it for the Scholar. Gain a crystal. I can gain those here now. When did I gain a crystal earlier? Should I have a crystal right now? Oh, Luis got me a crystal. And I never played a forward yet, right? Other than Tato? No, I just pitched everything for Tato, right? Starting to lose my mind a little bit here. So I'm still under the impression that she's gonna die. But maybe keeping up a 9k makes you play a 3 cost. But you just can all the time. I don't know. Swing it. When in doubt, swing it out. Yeah, so we're gonna pitch 4-wool and Arya for this. Gain a crystal, draw a card. New Gilga has entered the room. Swing 9k. This dude can swing 3 times. If you have 7 colors in your break zone, he gains 1k haste first strike and brave. Sorry, 1k haste and first strike if you have 3 elements in the break zone, and if you have 5, he dulls and freezes a character every time he swings. So we have 7 in the break zone right now because we have Warrior of Light, Ice Lightning, and 7-wool. Light. That's 7 elements right there. So we're gonna swing with Gilgamesh. He's got Brave because of the 7 colors thing, so we're gonna freeze Scholar, deal a point. That was swing number 1. Swing number 2, we're gonna freeze this Mog. I'm gonna get Mogged, and then swing number 3, we're gonna freeze the Mog again. Take damage, no burst. Tyvus for the lethal. The thing with every like for fun deck that I build is I put it up against these behemoths, right? And because I built the list, I know how the behemoth would respond to this if they know every card in the list, if they know the lines of play that they would take, like what are their priorities, right? So on the one hand, whenever I build these for fun decks, they will probably consistently lose to anything that the standard winning decks are doing, right? If you're taking somebody by surprise at locals and they don't know what the lines are, you might stand a significantly better chance. It also helps if they're not playing world winning decks or like Materia Cup winning decks. So outside of that, I think there's still potential. It struggles into very wide openings. We do have some wipe options. It's Earth, right? Earth has those board wipes. If we pivot away from Earth, which I think is its current weakness, it's not doing as much. Is that even true? We're doing Robo stuff, we're doing Wilk stuff, and the Wilk isn't expending our crystals, it's just referencing them, and I like that a lot. Richt is doing some good stuff with the activation. I do like the card that we chose, but like Lucio isn't enough. And if Lucio isn't enough, what are we doing? Pay 5, get 2, gain 2 crystals every turn. What are you using the crystals for? Where are they? Where are they going? Are they Yuffie ammo? Is it Marsh to hit them and draw 2 cards every turn? Is that the value generation that we need? Do we need more ice for the Seymour? Are we doing remnants? I feel like there are better packages to go alongside the remnants than a handful of Warrior of the Crystal cards. The Crystal Gen is nuts with Lucio. I've seen people build remnants with Warrior of the Crystal, and I like it a lot. But based off of the other stuff that I've been seeing remnants do in Icewind, I'm not sure if it's definitively the correct choice. I don't know if there is a definitively correct choice, but we have a proven choice currently. So, I don't know. I think there's still some potential here, and I hope other people choose to explore it. I might take another stab at it some other day. I want to keep moving on to other decks, like the Kane deck that we were talking about earlier. That deck is phenomenal and very, very fun looking. I want to try that a little bit more. There might be some better choices in these elements that I'm not adhering to. You know, maybe this Mog isn't it. Maybe we just don't rely on Lucio that hard. Maybe we need the other crystal cards for the, like the Warrior of the Crystal cards that can be colorless for just the body count, but they're just dying so easily, right? Warriors is able to answer those pretty reliably. Earth has a lot of removal options. And I mean, even, I don't know, we could try and test it against like the other Icewind Remnants lists, but Seymour's just going to eat this shit alive, right? Dull freeze 2 characters, you discard a card. Every time he attacks, basically. I don't know. Maybe there's room for one other test. Not tonight. But I want to put something together quick and just sleep on it, you know? Lucio. We're going to try him again. But this time we're going to do more just generic FFBE stuff. So category FFBE. Let's look at the water and specifically stuff that has an S ability. I like Glaciella a lot. Maybe there's room for Ramada. Maybe there's also room for the Astrius. I've also been in love with this card since it was printed. This is kind of when I started playing semi-competitively. I don't know if it's good enough, but I'm going to try it at 2. There's this Astrius as well. If you have 7 or more FFBE cards in the break zone, removed from the game, reduced by 5. I like this a lot. I like Charlotte. She's a very good protection agent. Can't be chosen by summons of cost 1. All forwards you control. And your opponent can't use action abilities, and I really like this against Remnants specifically. I like it against Crystal decks. I like it against Warriors. You can't use Tyvus's action anymore, right? I also like stopping entry abilities. So maybe we want to do either Water Lightning to give these guys haste. We don't have the Searcher and without wind. Let's try Lightning for B. What's in the Lightning for B? O is the old staple. Where is he? Where's O? Here's O. O's got when he enters the field, gain a crystal. For an S ability, pay 2, one of them being Lightning, and S. Choose a forward of cost 5 or less, break it, gain a crystal. If you're using Glaciella's effect to basically turn all of the S costs into a crystal, this is our first line of text, pay a crystal instead of S when using FFBE special abilities. This basically says pay 2 use a crystal, but then gain it back, break a 4 to 5 or more. Very repeatable, so long as you have the CP for it. And we don't have good value generation here other than L, really. Astrius, if you have 7 or more FFBE cards in your break zone or removed from the game, the cost required to cast them is reduced by 5, so he can be free. When he attacks, choose one of the two, choose a 4, loses 7, or deals a point. I like that. I like being able to just deal direct damage that way. I also think Behemoth K is doing something similar, and maybe that could be the gimmick of the deck. When he's chosen by a forward ability, break that forward. When he attacks, gain 3k and deals your opponent a point of damage, and at damage 5, gains hasten. When he is blocked, deal your opponent a point of damage. So maybe that's worthwhile as well. Elena, FFBE, is a warrior of the crystal that we like. And then, let's see, we wanted the Luis. Maybe at 2 still, maybe that's satisfying for us. Do we want a materia backup or something like that? What other warrior of the crystal cards are in Lightning? It was just Ranon, right? Yeah, which sucks. So maybe Lucio is here with Glaciella doing for B stuff, but for the most part, you're not really doing Warrior of the Crystal specifically. Like, yeah, you have Luis here as a target. You have Elena as a target. We have Ranon as a target. And then who are the other ones in color here? Warrior of... Oh, that's the wrong box. Job. Warrior of the Crystal. We've got just one other target. We're basically not using any of the new people. I think we throw in the old ones here at like 2 of. Zolvelis can be 3. That's fine. Rulgia could probably be a 1 of. I don't care about the wind one at all. Maybe this one isn't substantial enough. Maybe we take her out, right? Because we needed to do stuff without them, basically. This making Lucio a 9k is relevant. I think that is worthwhile. This just is just a body. It's just a body in a different color, and maybe that's not necessary. If we have 2 Perrin, 2 Raunan, 2 Rugula, and 2 Luis, 3 Elena. Maybe Raunan's not necessary at all if we're doing 3 Elena. $31 forwards is a lot. Maybe I just take them out entirely. Maybe. Maybe Behemoth is a 1 of instead. Maybe we need protection through like Feothanos. He says you have to choose him if possible. And if it's from a 5 or less, cease. It doesn't happen. If we take out these miscellaneous stuff and we just stick to the 3 here, what about other search stuff? Getting lost. Give me some backups. Sylvester's pretty okay. You're going to be able to grab a light forward from the deck, add it to your hand, and then play a 3 cost or less onto the field. That plays a fairly good chunk of stuff that we like. I think that's sufficient. That's our answer for, instead of having Mogfabi in wind as our search target, that's helpful to us. Don't have any 2 costs for Drace. Larsa helps us as well, gets a 4 or more. That gets Ramada, Ranon, or Lucio, or Behemoth, or Charlotte, or Astrius. That's all very good. There's a backup chain option. We could do some stuff with, like, no, I'm thinking of Kona into Urianger for color fixing backup, but that's kind of maybe stretching it a little bit. We can get a prince or a princess or a king added to our hand with a Sarah. Maybe Reeve? No. The other Reeve is probably good. Thornton, maybe. Good burst. Search for any card. This is searching for a goblin. I don't think there are any good water goblins. Search for a water forward. Search for a standard unit. None of our dudes are standard. Search for a knight. Where's the other Reeve? That's not a search effect. That's why I'm not seeing it. Let's look for targets for Sarah and Lightning. I want a Prince. Alice or Puck? What the heck is Puck doing? Puck enters the field, choose a forward of cost 1 in your break zone, add it to your field. No, thank you. Princess. Just Princess Sarah. Could be. It'd really suck later down the line if Lucio's already out. She becomes any other color when she's on the field. What is the other one? King? Burmecia, Destin, or Rampere. None of these are very interesting to me. I don't have a way of breaking my own backups. So maybe Sarah is not what I'm looking for. Crystal generators makes a lot of sense. Maybe I should be thinking about that more than any of this other stuff. Maybe Thornton's not a 3 of in that case. Okay. We have somebody in our local scene who plays a deck that has a lot of light cards in it. And every time I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, well, what if we did that? What if we did what that was doing too? And I'm telling you, it's great in his deck. It's not going to be great here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to myself. You guys don't know what I'm talking about, probably. Crystal cards. Hello, Onion. Hello. I don't need 2 costs necessarily anymore because I'm not running Richt. Do I need the water ones? Maybe, but not to the same extent. You know, 17 there I think is good. Only 2 unique names for Lightning. There's got to be some better Lightning cards that I'm not remembering here. Reeve, Kate Sith. Let me look at some bursts. How many bursts do we have? 4? Instead of Clan Gully gets stuff back. This Reeve lets us look at the top couple of cards. Maybe I take out 1 Red Mage for 1 Reeve. I haven't really increased my ratio at all. It's only 12 lightning cards, though. Maybe that's fine. Only 12 lightning cards. Let's assume the next 2 cards are also lightning, so 14 total. That's a little bit more than a third of the deck. And that doesn't seem wise either. Lightning Water. I hate to say it, but there's a good Lightning Water card that exists. It's this one. Can be entered from the break zone. Choose a forward, dull it, draw a card. I'm gonna need Odin's for that. I'm gonna need Odin's and more space for that. Maybe... So there's like good generic cards out right now that I think are worth playing. I think Lightning is one of them. That's why she's $25 a card right now. That's insane. I think Kane, the new Opus 28 Kane, is one of them. It doesn't have to be a full build around about Kane for him to be good. Maybe. But there's... I don't know. Look at that cost drop. $40. If we put these 3 in... Oh my god. It's just crazy. $118. Just because of 3 lightnings. What else is in here? Exclude unselected for multi-element cards. We could do Lilith's set, we could do Dancer stuff, we could do Thanker stuff if we're boarding out, but I think we're going to struggle boarding out. We've seen it with the other stuff. We're going to struggle boarding out. So, I think... I don't know, do I just put 2 Odins in for fun? I don't have any summons. I have a summon allergy whenever I start my own lists. Leviathan? Dang it. Leviathan's good. I mean, it's not good. It costs 3 and it doesn't break the forward. That did the thing. Choose an odd ability, cancel it. You can remove 10 water cards to return it to your owner's hand. That's just not very good. Amaterasu kills it for the same cost and no other bullshit, right? I don't want it to just be 2 Odins for the sake of them being EX bursts. But I think that's what I'm doing, because I don't want to think anymore. Ixion has some consideration. A lot of stuff is very high in cost right now in Mono Earth and Mono Fire specifically. Warriors. You can hit the 3 costs with Ixion if you pay 5. But I don't know. The Ramuz are cool. I like these. Choose a forward, dull it, and deal something 5k or give something hastily end of the turn. That's kind of good. You know, maybe Lady Lilith is a good card to put in this. If we don't like Perrin, or maybe we don't want Ramada at 3, maybe we don't want Velas at 3. We're really spreading ourselves thin here for no reason, though. Maybe just a one of, right? Lady Lilith probably just doesn't fit here at all, actually. You can remove a forward you control from the field to gain a crystal once per turn. So that's a way to generate crystals, but you probably don't do that. You can use a crystal to give a forward hastily into the turn, or you can use 2 crystals to choose a forward of 5 or less and break it. And that's nice. We probably need more access to removal other than exactly Glaciella. Other than Behemoth Cade actually doesn't break anything. Astrius is a 7k power reduction, which just like is not enough. We don't really have like any good removal other than Lucio and Glaciella. So that's the problem with this list. I can tell you that right now. We can do some cool stuff on the board, but we just don't have the removal that other decks do. Let's look at the LB deck, though, because that might change our stance a little bit here. Exclude unselected, please. We're going to go... Tato breaks 2 active forwards. That's horrible, horrible deal. Gilgamesh, I think, is always a mandatory card in any deck that runs Lightning, so that you can either break a Leo, the 1-cost Leo in Mono Earth, or you can hit 2 cards in the break zone. That's just very good, in my opinion. 2 Leos seems fine. Titus is a hopeful effect. We only have 5 EX versus Luna Frey, doesn't seem worth it. Tombury and Cactar could see some play. Choose an active forward of 3 or less, break it, or look at the top 2, add 1 to your hand. People pay 4 for Leo to draw a card. People can pay 4 for Tombury to draw a card effectively, but it's from the top 3. Debatably better in some ways. I think Leo's more generic, and On Curve is just strictly stronger. Cloud is breaking a 3 or less. Generically, it doesn't have to be active. I think I added him in, right? Yeah, 1 of each. If I can run 1 of each of them, I would prefer to, because if Cloud's already on the field, they're going to dull freeze him, so I can't play a second one, so I'm going to play this in lieu of that. No real FFBE synergy here. These cards aren't out yet, so I probably shouldn't test with those. Rifia is playing a Waft from the break zone. Maybe I do just add 1 of this and 1 of this for the meme. Maybe Graph is a viable option. There's 8 forwards. I don't really like it. What's one more? What's one more test, huh? Opus 28. Warriors of the Crystal. More FFBE than anything else, actually. And this is Water Lightning. We're going to put this to hidden. We're going to submit. Once again, I don't expect this to win. Especially if we haven't, like, proven the lines that work yet. And when we're playing against decks that are just, like, clearly proven to win, they're going to be kind of strong. But I want to see it against Cat 8. Matchup testing. Cat 8. I'm a little bit more familiar with Category 8, so I can probably stumble through that a little bit easier. I think I run 3 of him. I don't remember already. I'm going to keep this hand because I have 2 backups that I can play. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should be chasing for the Lucy or Glaciella in the opening. This doesn't have a single backup. Goodbye. We're going to start with the other one going first. Give us an advantage. Take all we can get. Charlotte in the opening is interesting. We're going to play this guy and draw a card. Elena. I don't need Behemoth K right away. Maybe I want Behemoth K to apply pressure early. If you choose him, you sad. I don't want to get rid of Elena. I gain a crystal. Don't forget that. I think I just pass here. More glacial openings. Oh boy. Here's Rain. Gonna pitch Moomba. And do I need a Keystis right now? Probably not. Do I need that cipher in my hand? It's a one of. Yes, I do. View the deck for a Laguna. Laguna. Pass there. Gentleman's game. There's a Sylvester. I'm regretting not playing the Onion Knight. So is it these 3 for Sylvester? Get Lucio, play Lucio. I'm seeing Cat 8. Cat 8 doesn't really have action abilities. So maybe I'm not worried about Charlotte at all. And I can keep either Behemoth K or the backup. This is playing a forward of cost 3 or less. So that's going to play Elena. And I don't really have anything else fun to do. Maybe I should have kept an Astrius in my opening. Let's play Sylvester pitching Behemoth. He comes back. We'll search the deck for Lucy. Here you are. Hit the shuffle button. Play a guy. High. When you're put from the field in the break zone, gain a crystal. I could pay 3 for a Leo. I really want to be able to play this. I'm going to pass. Okay. What now? I would really like a backup. That would be my preference here. I can break that with a Cloud or a Victora. You're only a 5K? Oh, strange. No Adeas. No. Nothing. Maybe I just play this and make you discard a card. Keystis isn't useful right now. Adele can be kind of scary on his own. I think I'm pitching the Cypher. Have you discard? It's gonna be this, and I'm gonna be sad. I kind of just want to play Irvine and start hitting you, man. Play Adele later. I need to get bodies on the board so that I can discount my Eden. Hit 2 cards from your break zone. That's your limit break deck, actually. Let's look at your break zone, please. Let's get the, I don't know, Behemoth K and Astrius. Let's swap back. Okay. Do I want to do anything else? I swing. I look and do this again. Astrius and Ramada this time. Take a point of damage. Okie dokie. I drew a Charlotte and a Larsa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Sylvester could have had a better target than Elena. It could have been a Glaciella, right? That's always fun, but I didn't get that. 2 of a different element. I would like to be able to cast one of them. This is 1 in a crystal. That makes me bigger. Doesn't buff Lucio, actually, because he's not a warrior of the crystal. He's a warrior of the Kindlelight. They did him dirty. Don't enjoy that very much. What else is here? Velis dulls and freezes. The Laguna, I think I like that. Yeah, we're gonna get a Velis and maybe something else that... Well, we have to get something else. We have to pick 2 targets every time. Ronan, I would like to see out of the deck, so maybe I pick that. Or maybe I pick this just because it is just generically good. I am going to gain 2 crystals when I go to my attack phase, assuming they don't have an auto cancel, which they don't because they're in Ice and Lightning right now and they have 2 cards in their hand. We're going to go and pay 1 and a crystal to play Velis. We're going to choose a forward, dull it, and freeze it. Irvine is now dull and frozen. Boom. And for my next trick, I will go to my combat phase and gain 2 crystals. I could give one of these guys haste, but you have an 8K staring at me, which is uncomfortable, so I will do nothing and pass. Okay. Adea is great. This plays a 2-cost. That 2-cost... What does that do? It could be a Squall, which draws me a card. It could be Sid Kramer. It could be Raijin or Fujin. Backups. And then I draw a card at end step. I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 characters. Empty hand other than Eden. Draw a card at end step. Eden costs 8. With 5 characters, he would cost 3, and I am 1 short. So I would need to draw a card off of Squall to stop this from happening. And it would still be during your turn. You would have to do something during your main one, and I respond with an Eden, or you transition to attack phase, and before attack, before Lucio gets added to the stack, we do Eden on any threats that you have. Yeah, sure. So let's view the deck. Let's get that Squall. Shuffle the deck, reveal the top 3. Get a Category 8 card, any Category 8 card. Renoa's pretty good. I would prefer the Kramer, but Renoa is literally free. Close and move all to bottom of deck as is, I guess. Play Renoa for free, get a forward back from here. Let's get Adele. Would be cool if there wasn't an Eden in my hand that I could play this Cypher and then kill one of them. Alas. I don't really have any interest in swinging into this. I'm going to move to my end step. Selfie is not a card that I want to discard. Well, that's interesting. This has never happened before. Let's... I don't know how to deal with any of this. I need to remove Renoa from the game. That's the best way to deal with her. She was free. Spending any money on her is annoying, but having her come back from the break zone to be free again really sucks. But you playing another one also really sucks for free. I think I want to get rid of the value generator here. I want to hit every card other than Laguna. Laguna's fine. Laguna's a homie. I'm going to try and use his S ability here. Choose a forward mover from the game. Put him in the break zone to pay the S. There. Now what? Who do I choose? I'm going to choose Adea. I will... do I Eden right now? Yeah. Why not? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2? Did I do my math wrong? Renoa wasn't in the equation before. I see. How do I even play this selfie? I would need to draw exactly one of the other two selfies or a singleton of the Zell. So maybe I do discard the selfie. I could play, or the selfie. I could play it off of... Oh, this Squall can play it. Never mind. I keep thinking Squall can only play other card named Squalls, but he's cracked and can just play frickin' anybody. Trying to reduce the F-bombs, I'm sorry. Yeah, so we'll Eden for 2 CP, and Eden is dealing 30k divided amongst 2 forwards, and we're choosing 15k to Lucio, 15k to Velis. Sounds good. And then Adea will be removed from the game. Okay. Now what? What's in my limit break here? I can take care of the Irvine. I should probably take care of the Squall. You know, this is annoying, but this is catastrophic. If it plays something like Cypher, even. Pitch 2 for the Cloud is possible. I have 5 CP in my name right now. I could pitch 1, tap Sylvester for Leo, draw a card, pitch 2 for Cloud, and be in the same situation but have another forward. But it's a 3k. Does that matter? Does drawing a card help me? Probably not. I don't think the 3k body is enough to be relevant in this specific scenario. Feel free to contest that if you would like. Hit the Squall. We will pass there. We got an Irvine and an Odin. No way of playing the selfie, but we can sniper shot. Armor shot. 5 or less break it. Hit the Cloud, perchance. Costs 4. I might as well just play a Cloud at that point, but I can't hit that. Kuja? How do I get fire? I want fire. Maybe I just hold. Go to combat, swing, hit some cards from your break zone, get the Lucios out. I don't think you have a way to get them back, but take damage. It's a Larsa. You're at 9k when you do that, so you don't block with anything. I don't really want to touch Lagunas into Cloud. I don't think there's anything else I do. I think I just pass. That seems inefficient. Okay, Lady Lilith and Perrin. Got 2 crystals. You need to go into the break zone to generate a crystal. These people keep future-proofing these cards in a way that works. I can't even cast her. I don't have lightning. Leo time. But then I can't... Oh, yeah, I can. If I draw lightning. Ah, rip. I have 8 cards in the break zone, and not all of them are for B. Oh, or removed from game. That's nice. I have a bunch of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. This guy is free. Cost reduced by 5. When Asterisk attacks, select one of the 2. I can give him haste with Elena. -7. Or Asterisk deals a point. Yeah. Let's give him haste. Swing. -7 the Irvine. Right? I'm a 9k. And I'm going to be really scared if you block with Renoa. I don't, though. I take damage. Okay. I'm starting to see some potential here. It's so Jover. We're paying 5 for this Squall. And we're going to combat. We're playing the Selfie. And then we're playing... We're searching. We're searching. Search for a cipher, probably. Hit the shuffle button. I can give him haste and brave and 1k power, and I have 4. You only need 4 characters to become a 10k, so you're now an 11k with haste and brave. We're going to swing with Squall. Okay. Take damage. That's an Odin. Oh. Stealth damage becomes 0. Selfie's annoying. Squall's value gen. Renoa is terrifying to have re-enter for free. Laguna's not relevant. Hit the Squall. Okay. I think they... What's the limit break say? We could freeze the Astrius if we have ice. We don't. We could have changed that. We have 4 CP to our name. We don't really have good targets other than the Elena, which doesn't matter. They did the thing already. Don't think they have any better targets to give haste to. Okay. Still shy on the lightning CP front. We're gonna discard this to gain a crystal. As much as I'd like to play more backups, I think I am playing Leo. Pitching this, I have to reveal another card. I'm not playing this card this game because it's too expensive in the LB department. I guess, here we go. There's only 17, 18 cards in the deck that are lightning. So this kind of makes sense. You really want to prioritize a lightning backup early if you can. You can do the break effect on either player's turn. So I'm kind of content to just... You give 1k too, or 2k plus 2. Interesting. We're going to go to combat and swing Astrius, and we're going to do -7 to Selfie. Didn't really need to dig super hard for Lilith in that case, I guess. But we don't block a 9k. I'm liking what I am seeing. This isn't like oppressive. This isn't like unfair, unwinnable stuff that this is doing, but it's not nothing, right? Maybe there's some sauce here with Astrius and Elena and a Lightning Water FFBE list. Maybe Warriors of the Crystal aren't part of that. Maybe we have more off-color stuff for them. Is Lucio enough of a crystal generator? Is him resolving at least one time enough? He's also Ama fodder, though. And there's a lot of Mana Fire around. That's really scary. I don't know. We start here. I could Adea into something again. And do some value gen. I'd like to get Cypher out and give him haste and break something, but you can just Lady Lilith it away. You could Lady Lilith my Adea away. This is actually kind of a problem. I'm struggling here as the Cat 8 player. I can cloud that though, and that's pretty strong. And then I can play Cypher, but then you -7 it, and I'm sad. I don't want to play anything that's 7k. I need to get rid of Astrius and to get rid of Lilith. Cloud the Lilith. I could Kuja, but then I'm not really playing Cat 8 anymore. Maybe we just take it slow. Yeah, hit the Lilith. I'm going to say hit the Cloud, probably. Maybe paying a crystal is too reckless. Also consider... is that worth considering? I'm comparing this to Riku. Not Riku. Yuffie. The new Yuffie. 4 CP Wind. Hit 2 cards from the break zone, gain 2 crystals. And you can pay 2 crystals to 8k a forward. Dealing 8k damage kills most of the things that Lady Lilith is killing. You can kill 9ks though with Lady Lilith. There are plenty of 5 cost or less 9ks. Many, many, many 5 cost or less 9ks. I kind of think Yuffie's better. You're generating crystals by discarding or removing cards from the opponent's break zone. Like, that's just kind of better. Maybe they can be played together. Maybe Lightning Wind is an option. Maybe Lightning Wind with Astrius, because he's free if you have enough FFBE in the break zone. But then you're running Lilith and Yuffie, who aren't FFBE. Maybe. Maybe that's sufficient. And then you are in... you can play Richt. And like that's it, actually. That's the only benefit. You lose the water stuff that is cool, and you... I haven't seen any of the interesting stuff that water is doing other than Astrius so far. Okay, so what's going on? We just played Cloud. I need to pay the LB cost. We're not playing Sephiroth, and we're probably not needing 2 surges. Maybe. Maybe Victor is a smarter choice. Yeah. I would rather play a second Cloud than a Victora. This is just doing a 7k hit. And I'm seeing 9ks and stuff, and that's bothering me. I think I hold. You 7k something or just deal me an extra point. You're probably just dealing me an extra point. That's annoying. But then I can kill it next turn. I draw 2, pitch 1 for Fusion or Raijin. This gives Cypher's haste. And then I pitch the other card I draw and tap Rain for the Cypher. I need 2 lightning cards, actually. Now that I'm thinking about this, this is a little risky. Maybe it's a gamble I'm willing to take. It's currently the Cat 8 player's turn. Do I, knowing this, cast anything from the LB deck? I could Kuja to keep the Astrius down and stop taking damage. Maybe that's just smarter to do. In which case we don't need Cloud anymore, and we don't need a second Surges. We can only cast 1 more LB1. Yeah, this is immediately safer. The other plan is probably long-term safer, but still risky. Because I need 2 lightning cards. We'll see if I get punished. Lots of water in my life right now. I could graph the Leo and start doing a -4 to your board so I can start swinging in with my other stuff. Maybe that's something I'm interested in. Can't really cast the Thornton right now. I'd really like to play more backups. But I'm losing momentum, I think. But they're kind of on the back foot, too. They only have 8 characters. Let's go to combat. You're going to dull this with your Kuja. I don't want to swing with anybody else. I'm going to pitch... Maybe I keep the Thornton for next turn. Search for something. Cast it. Graph is an LB2. That's the wrong zone. That goes removed from game. And then we're going to hit the Leo. Cool. Now he's going to do a 4k power reduction every swing. He's a Mobius, not a FFBE, so I can't haste him. That'd be nice, though. This costs 3 to do his action ability. Cancel a thing, choosing 1 forward. Okay. It was 2 lightning cards. I'm sad. I really think it should be Sid Kramer, but I'm playing Raijin. I should probably swing first. They have a 9k. I can't swing into that. This is surprisingly tough. Okay. There's no shot I have 6 lightning cards in my break zone right now. 1, 2, 3, 4? No. I can make it 5. Let's see. You still dull Velis, or you still dull Astrius. So I don't deal 2 points of damage. And I swing Graph, swing Cloud, swing Elena. That puts you to 5. Am I afraid of that? Could dull freeze one of them? Oh, I am afraid of that. Renoa does things at damage 5. Well, all my forwards are going to be dull anyway. Oh, characters, though? Oh, that doesn't matter. You're going to swing with 3 people. If you have haste, I lose. Excuse me. So maybe it's Thornton for... I don't have anything that's free. I need something that's 1 CP or less. So I can't really just swing out. Put him to damage 4 then at least, right? If that's the path, if I am playing Thornton, maybe I should just wait for bursts. Go to combat, you dull the Astrius with the Kuja. Okay, I swing Graph. This lets you swing into me. Am I comfortable with that? I do need to deal damage to you eventually, so let's do that. Here's a point of damage. It is a Griever. Do I want to swing here? You're -4, so you're both 4Ks against my 5. I think that's fine. We'll swing Elena and keep the 8K up in case I need to trade. A little easier to hit the 2K than the 4K. So if the 4K's up, you can't cloud my cloud, right? Okay, I will Torden. Torden 7 even. Let's see. I don't have any crystals, so what am I gonna do with that? Deal 2k for each character you control. 2k for each character you control. Or discard a card. Discard this to gain a crystal. For what cause? For what purpose? Maybe I want L for unblockable. Maybe I want to see that with Elena. I need a crystal for that. Damn it. Sure, yeah, let's just stay there. Moomba gets rid of one of my biggest pains. I'd like to keep my bodies up if possible. Surges can freeze the Astrius, but then I don't have the means to cast Moomba unless I dull 2 of my dudes, which I'd really prefer not to do. What are the odds you draw 2 cards and have a crystal generator that costs 2 CP? I wouldn't say that it's low. You've seen 2 of them out of potentially 6. So maybe it's a situation where I use Kuja to dull graph. No, I gotta do it now, right? Which means I'm just keeping up. Here's the Moomba. Choose a forward. If it is dull or has received damage, break it. I am going to break the graph because I think your LB deck is out. Yes, it is. And I can keep dulling the Astrius. And if you drew another Astrius after killing this, it's going to be freeze, and that would be really not bad for me. I'd really not like another free Astrius on the field. So we're staying. 2 Glaciellas is interesting. It is a crystal, but it is not enough to play L with. Enters, gain a crystal. I can do damage if I pay 2. $2K for each character I control. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, many more. I'll go to combat. I'll freeze. I'm sorry, not freeze. I will dull the Astrius once more. You're out of LB2, aren't you? You've got an LB1 left to cast. I will pay the crystal. And I'm going to hit the Kuja. You're going to freeze this guy. And that's it, right? You dulled this guy. I can't really buff you. I can give you +1 in haste if I had any crystals, which I don't, so I will pass. Renoa and Squall don't have anything to play off of the Squall, but he would be big. He would be big. Maybe that's worth it, just to have another big guy, so you can't hit me with other stuff. If you get a crystal, you Glaciella him, and I'm sad. Maybe I don't do that so that I can Renoa stuff. Do nothing pass? I have 18 cards left in the deck, bro. This isn't good. Here's a crystal. Here's 3 CP for unblockable damage. We're going to spend the crystal to give him 1K in haste. We're going to go to combat. We're going to swing with L. Is this true? I could... Is this what I do? If I swing, I draw 2 and discard 2 cards. He becomes unblockable, and I draw a card if he deals a point of damage. If I discard 2 FFBE cards. I have 1, I just need to draw 1 other one, and that's very easy to do. But, okay, unblockable brings you to 5. 3, 4, 5, and haste 6. You'd need 2 hasters for 7. Maybe that's fine. Swing L, put you to 5. I draw 2 first and discard 2 first. Now I'm at risk of milling myself. I also didn't draw a FFBE. So this is really awkward. He is just huge though, 7, 8, 9. He's a 10K right now because of the crystal buff from Elena. So he's not going to get blocked, I guess. I guess you could block with Renoa, and I am sad. I have to discard 2 cards. I think it's going to be Red Mage and Charlotte. If 1 or more discarded cards were for FFBE. Oh, that's way better than I thought it was. It's been a long time since I've played him. Charlotte is FFBE, so I do get unblockable, and I will draw a card on damage. So here's the damage. Wow. We are going to draw our card. It's another Glaciella. I don't have water CP or a crystal. If I swing Cloud, seeing a second Renoa, there's so few cards left in the deck. I don't want you to play a Cypher. I don't want to swing, you block with Renoa, play a Cypher, get Renoa back, play her for free, and rock my world. That would be really bad for me. So I think I still stay. Even though I could try to push for lethal. No. Swing, block, swing, die, swing, die. You have no board left, but you can reboard pretty reliably. I'd rather have the characters here. And make you figure out how to deal with them. Okay. 4 for Squall to play Selfie on attack. That doesn't get me Cypher right now. I could freeze the Astrius with Oy vey. Swinging will dull the characters you control. What does the Cat 8 player do here? This gets my Cypher, but I can't play the Cypher and do stuff with the Cypher. Is there another target? Is there another target that costs 2 CP? No. This Laguna's been here since the first turn, bro. Squall's big, though. But you have a Glaciella. If you gain a crystal, I'm screwed. And you're going to hit me for unblockable. And Astrius swings, steals a point. You've got lethal here, so I need to deal with one of them. So I think I don't have the means to play that. So Cypher, not Cypher, Surges, the... Oh, man, I don't know. The Astrius? The L? You don't have a crystal? Hit the L. Oh, it's not going to leave the field. Keep this down. You can potentially miss this. It's next to 0 chance. But this is guaranteed. That's my thinking. This is a 9k. They're both 9ks. They're both horrible. This deals a point. This becomes unblockable. Either are scary. I kind of think I Adea. Just so I have more bodies. And I might play a Squall. If I have one. I have another Cypher? Am I going crazy? I thought I discarded one a year ago. I did! There's 2 of them in here. I thought there was only one. That changes everything. Bang. Now if I draw the other one, I'm sad. Oh boy. Close and move all to top as is, please, and then shuffle. Thank you. I don't swing here. I think. I draw an end step. Okay, Rulgia. Don't have any crystals. I could get one though. Don't have any lightning CP. Still. This is just a crystal. 3 CP for a crystal. Pitch this. Play this. Tap this. I have 2 left. That lets me... hold the phone. How many Luises are in here? Just 1. Am I reading that right? 1 Luis? 2 Luis. This isn't supposed to be here. You're removed from the game. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. 3 for Paladin. Gain a crystal. Spend a crystal. Pay 1. Play Rulgia. Okay. Trigger both Luises. When a warrior with a crystal enters your field, you may remove Luis from the game and you do so gain a crystal. Only trigger when she's in the break zone. Remove both of them. Gain 2 crystals. Okay. Now, I can break things with damage with Glaciella. I can give you haste if I want to. I only need 1 crystal for Glaciella's ammo. This is going to be the 2 CP that I pay, and then this is going to be the S, the crystal itself. Maybe I hit Adea. Maybe I hit Laguna. You have a bunch of bodies on board, and if you swing Renoa, I'm screwed. How many have I seen? Is there another one in here? If you draw a frickin' Cypher, I swear to God. You have one on the field, though, so you're kind of screwed on that front. Yeah, I've seen all 3. There's 1 in the break zone, there's 1 in damage, and there's 1 on the field. So, if I break this right now, you need to break your own Cypher, play the other Cypher, get it back. And it's going to be post-attack phase in that situation. I don't think you have any other forms of recursion. So... hit the Renoa. Okay. With the Glaciella special, I could give Rulgia haste. He's currently an 8k. He would become a 10k. Or I could make Glaciella a 9k. I can do this as a blocker. Pay the crystal. Buff Rulgia. Swing. Huge. Do I play this Laguna next turn? Choose a dull forward, break it. That breaks the Astrius. There's only 11 cards left in their freaking deck, man. Out of crystals. 7, 8, 5 left. I'm scared. I don't know how to kill this otherwise. I think I have to block. If I can't kill this, I lose. Okay. 7, 7, 4. I can swing my AK now. Yippee. Okay. I've learned that I have made a mistake. I could block with one of the tiny guys. Maybe Cypher. Maybe I block Cypher. But this gets me a Cypher. Bottom as is. I need a way to kill this now. Or I can S. S is totally fine. Choose a forward, break it. Do I swing Glacier as a 7? And make you commit more of your board away? You have a Cypher in your hand, so probably not. Because if I swing, you Cypher... You play the new Cypher. Right? Glacier is still on the field then, though. Maybe you block Surges and just trade. That's probably smarter. I don't know. I think I just stay. I don't know how you people put up with me. All my indecisiveness. Adele's cute. Still got haste for him, though. I can't play Cypher because he's on the field. So let's pay 3 lightning. 2 lightning and 1 colorless. 2 lightning, 1 colorless. Choose a forward, break it. That's leaving me with rain and rain. No. It's leaving me with Cypher, rain, and rain. Or Cypher, rain, and Raijin. I should have blocked with him. Because I have haste with Raijin. Do I break himself? He just says choose a forward. He can break himself. Can only deal 6 damage. Even in a world where I have to try and survive more. So we're going to play Guna. Choose a dull forward, break it, hit the Astrius. Running low on gas. I could... No. I can't play Cypher. I am... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to pass. Draw a card. Squall. Interessante. I don't even think I have targets. But it gives me crystals. That I can't... Yeah, I can buff. It's worth it. View the deck. 1 target only. Single element. Fail to find. The bad thing about Lucio is that you must find 2 Warrior of the Crystal cards of different elements. And if you cannot find 2 targets, you fail to find. You do not get any. So we'll shuffle that. I will go to my combat phase and gain 2 crystals. I can't use Glaciella special, but I can buff basically anybody I want to swing with. So we'll just start with Lucio. Give him haste and +2. So he's a 10k. I legally cannot take that damage. Do I actually Cypher the Lucio in response to going to attack phase? Pitching my whole freaking hand for that. I probably don't lose this turn. 8 trade, 7 trade, 8 lose, lethal. Right? This breaks that. You swing that. Break. These trade. These trade. These don't trade. I lose this. You keep that. And then lethal. Cypher's not going anywhere. He blocks something too. Cypher blocks the Cloud. Surges blocks the Elena. Oops, sorry. That's not lethal then. Okay, let's see it. What else can I do? If I don't do that, you pump to 10. I block, swing, pump to 10. I block, swing, trade, lethal. So, assuming I'm not doing the math wrong here, before you gain the 2 crystals, before you go to your attack phase, at the end of your main one, I'm going to special the Lucio away. It's the other major component of Lucio to be cognizant of. Okay, so with that said, I don't have any crystals. You have 7Ks and 8Ks. Do I want to push for pressure here? If you somehow get... You can't get a Renoa out. There's no freaking way you get a Renoa out. You have to block this. And if you're going to block it, it's going to be with Cypher. Every time. Every day. Okay. I'm now just more scared than I was before. Maybe that wasn't correct. You're an 8K. I can swing with you. I would really prefer to trade than just lose a body. So, goodbye. And now I can continue to pressure? I don't feel like I should, though. Maybe doing all of that was wrong. I have 2 backups. Oh, good. Well, GG's. If I draw specifically Eden, I'll have... It'll cost 8, 7, 6, 5, and I'll have that. Yeah, go to end step. I can't draw a card because I don't have 4 dudes, bro. Okay, now I draw a card and I can't cast whatever I draw. It's an Adea. Good. Start the turn. Yeah. Don't have any crystals. Don't have any lightning CP. I literally can't cast the cards that I drew. Swing 8. Have to block Sea Surges. Swing 7, we trade. So maybe it was correct. Maybe it was correct to do that. What did we learn? We learned that Cat 8 without backups is bad. We learned that Astrius being free is good. Very good. Lucio is still kind of slow. Well, I mean, he's not slow at gaining crystals, but he's very good at generating crystals, but not much else. He needs Glaciella to do anything worthwhile. Lady Lilith is fun. I like her. Charlotte wasn't needed in this matchup. Maybe future testing needed for that. I'm still L-pilled. It's probably wrong. You can all tell me I'm wrong. That's fine. I'll believe you. Rogi, I think, is still worthwhile. The Lucias, or the Luises, I think these are good. Being able to just emergency gain a crystal when you need to is good. And that might be justification for running the Warrior of the Crystal package if you're trying to do Glaciella stuff. Maybe Ramada isn't necessary. Bounce a forward, gain a crystal. I think that's still good. Any forward. Oh snap, it's the Suzaku Studio live on the YouTubes. Yes, hello. Press start 28. Thank you for live streaming the Roseville local qualifier. Everybody check that out. Sorry you came so late, because I'm definitely ending here. Just trying to get some takeaways about this. I think FFBE is a lot of fun. I think there's potential here. Ice, Lightning. You're probably doing Glaciella stuff with O. I don't know why he's not in this list. Probably because I was trying to just do Warrior of the Crystal stuff instead of just FFBE stuff. So, unfortunately, based off of the presence that I've seen other people run a lack of Warrior of the Crystals, I suppose. Nobody was running Warrior of the Crystals in any of the other major events that have happened that I have seen. Let's actually just check that, right? Deck lists. If anybody wants to check out other decks that exist that have won at tournaments, this is how you do it. It's very simple. There was a toggle that made this a lot more clear. It is gone for some reason. They just updated the UI recently. Go and look at... I have 2 cursors now. What is happening? Okay. Go to this placement dropdown and click any. And then you hit the search button here. And suddenly you have every single tournament deck that exists. I prefer Materia Hunter for this now, because I don't see necessarily the tournaments that are played. I just see the decks that have been entered as a tournament deck. Encoding overloaded. Cooldown video settings. Screen went blank. Oh no. I think I'm back. Are we seeing a screen yet? I think I'm seeing a screen now. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm trying to get I have a separate computer. I have a ROG Ally, and I'm trying to figure out how to hook it up to my other monitors, HDMI out, to take that in with like an Elgato. It's gonna be a cable management nightmare. But my main laptop chugging all of this at the same time just isn't a good experience for you guys, and I'm sorry. So thank you for bearing with me here. But anyway, if you go to this placement drop down and select any, this will show you every deck. And I prefer Materia Hunter now for this because I can actually see the tournaments instead of just all the decks that exist. And I don't know, like, what was this second at an LQ or a Materia Cup, or what was the region? Like, I don't have any of that metadata or anything, right? But let's look up just Lucio. So I keep typing Lucia. It's not real. Wind Soldier. Wow, this is struggling. Hit the search button again. Now it's going to load the decks. And... So I'm basing this based off of the date. Anything after March is kind of what I'm looking for. And I see a single deck posted after, April and March. My bad. So let's look at this one. So interesting. So this is Water Lightning featuring Velis, Lucio. We are running O. We're running 3 of this one. If it's put into the break zone, gain a crystal. We're running 2 Ramada. We're running Ceramobius. Enters, gain a crystal. When you gain a crystal, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a backup, add it to your hand. If it's not, put it at the bottom, top or bottom. For 1 crystal, gains 1k power, and if it's dealt damage, listener power becomes 0. Is that every time you gain a crystal? Every time you gain a crystal. This Emperor's kind of fun, a Sopfafo character. Gain a crystal. If your opponent has a crystal, also gain a crystal. So you can potentially get 2 if the opponent's running crystals. Not super uncommon nowadays. Definitely was when he was printed. Break a 4 or less for crystal and tap. If you had a way of giving him haste, that would probably be good. I might be tempted to run the 2CP Ramuz in this for that purpose. The 6 levs probably do hit good in certain matchups, but you're never hard casting it, right? 3CP Leviathan, this is canceling an auto. I think that's necessary in some circumstances. This is also just a 1 of, right? Lady Lilith is a 2 of here. I think that's fine. This is fun. I like this. 1 Charlotte instead of my 3. I'm probably glazing Charlotte a little too hard. I just hate remnants. Straight up. I loved them when I was testing them earlier, and then someone else solved it and then played it against me 16 times, and I'm like, I can't beat this. I can't deal with it anymore. Get these action abilities away from me. Behemoth K. Yeah, that's I think the same ratio here, except we're running this part so that when we do amass a ton of crystals, we can actually use it for something. I think that's fair. You're running Luca. We're running FFBE backups. I don't know probably for Astrius. I wonder how necessary that is. And we're not running any off-color stuff other than Velis. I still like a 1 of Rugula, I think. No Luises for the Lucio to hit either. So there's some variance. I think they're very similar, though. They're running a different backup line. They're not running Larsa, for example. They're running 2 Sylvester instead of 3. Running Severo, probably because it's a FFBE backup that gets you a crystal. Paladin, Red Mages are all crystal generators. Oracle Ninja are crystal generators. Luca's giving you plus 1k power. You can't see that, I'm sorry. Plus 1k power to the FFBE forwards generically, and then this is returning 1 forward the opponent controls to their hand if you control any FFBE forward. Yeah, 2 cost bounce a guy is very, very efficient, but bouncing is also the worst form of removal. Only 2 limit break cards. Los Angeles K&D locals, placing 7th. So how many people were in this? Seven participants. So if I'm reading this right, like, it placed last, right? So yeah, cool, it placed at a tournament, but it placed last at a 7-person event. I'm assuming this was entered correctly. Does my back button work here? That's middle mouse? What on earth did I map this to? I want to check out the other deck. X and Meal Logistics. We've got Bart, we've got Glacier. Lena's here. You can pay crystals to get stuff back from the break zone. Luis at 3 is interesting. Lucio at 3. Marsh at 3. Doing more wind water here instead of water lightning. Marsh is here as a good payoff. Hit the opponent, draw 2 cards for a crystal is very, very strong. Unblockable at damage, not damage, at 5 backups is good. I wasn't able to get to 5 backups because I was kind of CP strapped on the lightning front, but I was also just, I don't know. We won, right? I didn't do anything wrong. Perrin, Renan. I hate this card. This is such a terrible card. I would rather, I mean, you're probably running this because it's a unique name in a different color, but I would rather run Elena. That +2 haste was way more significant than what this was doing. Richt, very cool. If you need another name in a different color, play the fire one or something. Alright, I'm done. Rulaga is good, I like that. 2, I think that's fine. Sarah Mobius again. Velis, Delphriza Ford. It's pretty good. Young Excrement is also this in all situations. When he enters, he cannot be chosen by your opponent's abilities, and his power becomes 9,000. Does not end at the end of the turn. Is the quoted line perpetual too? Yes. Because it would say at the end of the turn. Until the end of the turn, X and Meal gains blah 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 and blah blah blah. So both of the quoted section and the power increase is permanent. The real reason you're running him is for water crystal tap. Search a water forward of cost 3, played onto the field. You can only use ability once per turn. Show. You're getting Glaciella, you're getting Lena, you're getting Sarah Mobius, you're getting Perrin. You're probably just getting Glaciella every time. That's the reason he's in the deck. Young Rahal can also just gain you 2 crystals on entry. Yeah. When he enters the field or attacks, all the forwards you control gain +2. That's interesting. Yeah, maybe. Chocobo. This is the return it to your forward you control to your hand, draw a card. It's just a protection effect. I think that's fine. 2-cost backups for Richt is exactly Lena Materia. But you can't discard it, right? I don't know about Materia here. Because you're not really running any other light cards. You're not playing Luis onto the field. Right? What is her power anyway? 7k? 1 cost 7k is kind of crazy. Still not good enough, in my opinion. Warrior of the Crystal being buffed by Rugula, making it an 8k. 1 cost 8k isn't bad. But Mono Earth has 1 cost 9ks, so what difference does it make? I don't think you ever play Luis, so I don't think you need Materia. Poisonally. And I think this is, like, you could do it for the Crystal generation. 2 tap, gain a Crystal is a lot. I was doing it for more, though, last game, so what do I know? This was placing 6th at Rand Show 2026. This is a 12-person tournament. Here's the top 8. And I think I said it placed 7th, right? Yeah. Finished 6th, my bad. Finished in 6th. Against 12 people. And that's not bad. It's just a local, though, right? So who knows what the other matchups were. I mean, we could see the top 8. But yeah, it's not like a local qualifier where people are fighting for an invite or fighting for a unique playmat or anything. So that's another thing to consider too. So I think that's it. I think I'm done. It's 8:44. I did a lot more than I was expecting to today, but I heard a lot of people requesting FFBE stuff specifically. I was excited about it. I was really hopeful for it. Warrior of the Crystal might not be it, but generic FFBE with Astrius, maybe. Maybe that's it. Maybe they are still good enough as a sub package and not like the full commitment. I think Lucio without Glaciella is probably wrong though, unless you're just doing it to gain crystals. If you're paying 5 and willing to try and like make this automatic 2CP crystal generator thing, maybe that's worthwhile. But you need other payoffs for it, like the Marsh and the Yuffie and stuff. All right, everybody. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys for stopping by and bearing with the connection issues or the lags or anything like that. I'll try and get it better set up for next time. I do have like 4 shorts that I'm working on right now, so I'm not completely absent. This isn't going to be my main content feed for a while, but I've missed you guys. I've been missed uploading, so I needed to put something out. Talk to you guys later, and thanks for stopping.